we are at the part where we're going to be able to use the intercept form to factor, okay? So I know we checked all of those, but now we're actually going to be able to do this. So if I factor this, x and x, because x times x gives me x squared, okay? My signs are going to be the same. They're going to be positive. So a factor of 15 that adds up to 8 would be 3 and 5. Okay, so this is going to be my x-intercepts. I would have -3 and -5 because remember my intercept form has subtraction signs there. If we set those equal to 0, we would be subtracting 3 and subtracting 5 on both sides. Now I need to find my axis of symmetry and my x value of my vertex, so I'm going to add these up, divide by 2, so I get -8 divided by 2, which would be -4. So I have -5, -3, and -4 is my intercept, or sorry, axis of symmetry. So I'm going to plug that in to get my y value. -4 squared plus 8 times -4 plus 15. 16 plus -32 plus 15. -16 plus 15, which gives you -1. So -4, -1, and boom, nice and easy. Okay, we're going to factor this one. X plus 1 and 5 give me 6. So x would equal -1, x would equal -5. So we're here and here. So between those, it's going to be -3. So I got to plug in -3. -3 squared plus 6 times -3 plus 5. Give you 9 plus -18 plus 5, which would be -9 plus 5 or negative. So -3, -4 is my vertex. And there we go. Only 2 left now. This last video is going to be a little bit shorter than the others. Again, pause if you have questions. Notice here our axis of symmetry is always our vertex here, tells us our vertex. We have a -3, -4. Okay, last 2. So we're going to factor here. X and x. We're going to have same signs, but they're going to be subtraction or negatives this time. Factors of 8 that give me 6 that add up to 6 would be 2 and 4. So I would have x equals 2 and x equals 4. Because if I set these equal to 0, I would add to both sides. So that's why it's positive on both of those. So 2 and 4. And then I would just need to plug in. Oh, I need to figure out the middle of 2 and 4. I don't even have to add those and divide by 2. I can just see the middle of 2 and 4 is obviously 3. So plug that into this function, 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 8. Give you 9 minus 18 plus 8. So -9 plus 8 will give you -1. 3 -1. Notice your A is positive, so it's going up. All right, last one. We're going to factor this one. X and x. Plus and plus. Factor of 12, that adds up to 8. 6 and 2. So x is going to equal -6, and x is going to equal -2. Okay, so you could probably figure out what's between there just by looking. But -6 plus -2 divided by 2. -8 divided by 2, which is -4. That's our x value of our vertex. Plug it back into the function. Oops, that should be 32. -16 plus 12 equals -4. So -4, -4. Ignore my scribbly lines and try to make this a little more rounded out. All right, there you have it, folks. Your review. I went over all the problems in the review. Tomorrow we'll probably go over any questions you have. We're looking to do the quiz as soon as possible, so we want to make sure everyone has a good understanding. Have a great night.